Hey guys, my name is Shaaanelle with the 3A's here on YouTube, 1A in real life, and welcome back to my channel. As you guys saw, we just dropped my husband off for his deployment at the airport. Well, not his deployment at the airport. We dropped him off at the airport for his deployment. This is, my eye look black, but it's not black. It's because I got this hat on. This is his first deployment in like 10 years, literally 10 years. Around this same time, 2014, he was getting back from his last deployment. So he has not deployed in 10 years. And I haven't deployed in 10 years either, because my last deployment, I left about 2.5 months after he got back in 2014. And then I didn't get back until January of 2015. So 2014, we spent a lot of time separated geographically, just due to the deployments. But it's been 10 years since his last deployment. Really 10 years since my last deployment too. But yeah, I don't know. It's emotional, just cause he's going to be gone, but also I am trying to like make it so it's not as emotional, I guess you could say. Basically, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but look, it's 6 months. It's only 6 months. We are going to survive this. I know it's been a long time for either of us, but I still think that we're kind of going to do okay, just because during this one, during our last one, Caleb was only a year old. So it's a little more difficult when you have children that young. Now Caleb is 10. Michaela is 4. They're self-sufficient for the most part. So it's going to be a little bit different on that aspect as well. They'll be able to talk on the phone with their dad and like just talk about their day and stuff like that. They're mature enough to have those types of conversations. So it's going to be different in that aspect. Also, the reason I'm thinking that this is going to go by quickly, and the reason why I'm thinking this is going to go by quickly for us is because, again, right, last time, Caleb was only a year old. And so it was different because he wasn't in school. He was like in daycare and stuff like that. I think this year is going to be different. For one, because this is a summer deployment, right? Like a summer deployment is different from the last time when we both deployed over the holidays. Like we missed Christmas together 2 years in a row. So it's different in that aspect of it being a summer deployment versus an over like the holidays deployment. I just feel like it's going to go a little bit quicker. It doesn't run from 1 year to another year. It's literally happening in the same year. And then also, this is going to sound weird, but because we're in St. Louis, I feel like it's going to be a little bit different too. Just because we actually experience seasons here, and we hadn't experienced that before because we lived in Texas for over 7 years. So for us, experiencing seasons now, I realized last year just how quickly summer came and went. I've never had like an actual spring experience before, or actual fall experience, and a real winter experience. I've never lived in a place where I had that. I'm from San Diego. I lived in Texas for all those years because my parents moved to Houston right after I graduated high school, and that's where I enlisted too. So I've been in Texas for well over a decade. And before that, he and I lived in Georgia. So it's just like, you know what I mean? Like I haven't actually ever experienced a true area where it's 4 seasons. And here in the St. Louis area, definitely all 4 seasons. I've experienced everything since we have been here. We have experienced every type of weather, from a hot summer, because we got here spring of last year. So we experienced like the actual spring and blooming and everything like that, but we didn't really experience the transition from winter to spring, and the temperature changes and stuff like that, because we got here at the top of spring. So experiencing spring for the first time last year, I think it kind of went by fast as well. In the same way that the summer went by fast. So jumping from spring into the summer, experiencing a semi-hot summer. It definitely wasn't as hot as Texas. And one thing about me, I love burning up. I like to be burnt to a crisp. I like to be outside in the heat. So definitely with that, it's kind of like, I guess you could say, how could you say it? Experiencing that transition I guess. I don't really know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, and then also because when he gets back, we'll be transitioning into fall, and experiencing that transition where the temperatures are getting cooler, you know, as we go through. But I really just felt like last summer was kind of quick. It was kind of fast paced. We didn't really do anything. We stayed at home. We hung out with some of the new neighbors and things like that we met. We just didn't have a ton going on last summer, but I do feel like it flew by. And so that's one of the things with this not new deployment experience, but one of the things with this deployment, that I'm a little bit more grateful for. It's not over any major holidays. He does miss both of the kids' birthdays. He's going to miss both of their birthdays, because they're summer babies, but he'll be back for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and everything like that. And it'll still be kind of warmer temperatures. Also, one thing about me, I have like seasonal depression. Like I really do. I cannot stand like the winter here. I'm not gonna lie, it was tough for me transitioning into the winter time, with the weather like actually getting cold. Like I said, I've experienced every like weather event that you could imagine being here, and it was so weird for me. The torrential downpour of like rain just going crazy. The hail with no rain. Like I've never experienced that before. Whenever I've experienced hail, it's been mixed with rain or it's been like sleet type thing. But I've never experienced like little balls of ice literally just falling from the sky. I experienced snow, not necessarily for the first time because we've been to Chicago for Christmas a few times, but actual like experiencing snow, having to drive through it myself to get to work and stuff like that. Experiencing the spring, like watching the trees get their color back and seeing a lot of people have like these little blossomy like red flower trees in their yards. Seeing that just kind of does something to me as well. And like I said, I have seasonal depression, so anytime it warms up, it's good for me. So yeah, I'm hoping that this kind of goes quickly for us. It blows through. Obviously I have to maintain, you know, myself for the kids and everything like that, making sure, you know, that I'm there comforting them, and then also realizing that they're going to be going through some big emotions at some point in time, because 6 months is short, but 6 months is long as well. Like we both know 6 months can fly by, but 6 months can also drag. And the one thing that I'm grateful for, like I said, again, is that it's during the summertime, and the summertime last year, at least it probably flew because we was together. But I really think that this summer is going to kind of move through, that these 6 months is going to move through. It's probably going to start to hit around the 4-month mark, just how long 6 months can be for us, because that'll be the end of summer. It'll also be when the kids start school. So Michaela's going to start kindergarten. Whoa. And Caleb is going to start middle school, which reminds me, I need to register them for certain stuff today. But Caleb's going to start 6th grade, middle school. Michaela's going to start elementary and kindergarten. And it's just going to be a new experience for us. Also ironic is that today is the solar eclipse. Today is the full, complete solar eclipse. The area we are in, it's literally like we're going to be able to see the entire thing. It's literally in our path, basically. So we'll be able to really see this solar eclipse and experience it. It's going right through the path of where we are, right through like the St. Louis, Illinois area, like kind of cusp area. That's exactly where we live. It's literally cutting directly through that path. I find it ironic that he left today, of all days, because eclipses usually signify, you know, like new beginnings, signifies changes, big changes and stuff like that. And I don't want this to feel like, oh my gosh, a new beginning, my husband just left. Like that feels weird. But I really think for us, it's going to be like, I think it just feels like we're going to be catapulted into a new experience. Even with him being gone. Hey, I feel like both he and I are just experiencing or going to experience. I think we're going through a transition here. And so I'm not mad about it. It seems weird, like I said, that he would leave on this day and that a new chapter would open where he's gone. That seemed kind of crazy to me. But I also know that it's a new chapter for both of us, because we're going to, when So being deployed, anytime that you're away from your family, it obviously allows you time, like a period of solitude or whatever. Because like I've been TDY a few times, and they're longer TDYs, 3 and 2 months respectively. But I think that this is also going to be a time where he and I can focus on some personal like goals and things like that that we have going on. And not to say that we couldn't accomplish that goal while we were together. It just allows us a period of focus on those goals. So especially because you have that downtime where like normally we would lay down at the end of the day and we would just like chill and watch, you know, a show together or whatever. And instead of doing something like that, we'll be able to watch something that, you know, the other person wouldn't watch on our own time, or spend time reading a book, and just stuff like that. Primarily for him, he's going to have more time. Obviously, I'm here with the kids, so I'm going to be still, you know, dealing with them day in, day out. But for him, he will be working longer hours, so he'll have less time in the day, like less personal time, but he'll definitely have more time to himself, to his own brain. But like I was saying, so we have our own goals. We both have our own personal like financial goals. We have our, we obviously have our family financial goals that we want to accomplish together, that we can do without physically being together. We have physical goals that we want to accomplish, educational goals, and then just personal like life goals that we want to tackle. And this does provide us an opportunity to do that. So I'm just trying to find the blessings in this where I can. I'm trying to find the opportunity in this when I can, where I can, so that, you know, I'm not just wallowing in sadness this entire time. And it's going to be the same thing for him, trying to find those opportunities where you're doing something for yourself, especially, like I said, because he's going to be alone, whereas I'm going to be here with the kids. Just a time to just kind of put some focus into himself. And I think this is going to be good for him, for that specifically. So yeah, the solar eclipse is happening. I don't know if you can just like record that with a camera on. We'll see. But it's literally going to happen today in a couple of hours. So I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to talk to you guys next. I'll try to show you guys the solar eclipse or whatever. But I don't know what I'm going to talk to you guys next. I know I plan on picking up this camera though. I can't just have just this on here. So I will talk to you guys again later on, either today or throughout the week, whatever the case may be. But I need some time to process and to cry and to just release, because I am sad and he was sad too. Like it was very emotional leaving, even though it did look emotional. I could tell that he was very emotional. He was trying to hold back tears. I'm trying to hold back tears right now, thinking about him holding back tears. But yeah, so I will talk to you guys sometime. All right, you guys. So the eclipse is about halfway. Hold on, because I got my phone on. The eclipse is about like halfway across the sun. You can see it's dark outside. You can't really, it kind of just looks like there's a filter on like in real life when I'm looking outside. I don't think I'm gonna actually be able to like point to the sun and show you guys show y'all what this thing looking like. Actually, let me try it. I tried it on my phone. Girl, that shit did not work on the phone. Let me try it on the camera just to see if I can see something different. Probably not though, honestly. Oh, and I talked to Daniel and he just landed at his first stop. So should be seeing him, well, should be hearing from him soon. Yeah, you can't see nothing. You can't see nothing. What if I turn down the brightness all the way? Let me see something. Let me try something real quick. Okay. You still can't really tell that it's an actual eclipse. It just looks like the damn sun. But through the glasses, you can definitely see the darkness. But you can't see nothing on this camera, girl. I wonder if there's another setting I can use. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, you can't tell. Let me turn it back up though, to how I had it before. So you can't really tell, like obviously through the camera, because you gotta have like certain settings on, but you can definitely see that it's dark out here, and it looks like there's like a filter on, just like a dark, I don't know. Child, it looked like it's a filter on, a dark little filter. So anyway, that's the update on the eclipse. Oh, it's getting darker in this house. It just changed because it's getting a lot darker in the house. I don't know if y'all can see. Let me put this microphone back up here. I don't know if y'all can tell, but it just got darker in here for sure. I don't know if y'all can see anything like with the background, but girl, it's dark in here. It's dark outside. It's an eclipse. All right, so it's almost there with like the darkness, but you cannot tell on camera, but it's literally like, it kind of looks like there's a filter outside, and I'll show you guys in a minute like what normal daylight looks like once it passes. But even like just looking at me in the house, you can just definitely tell that it ain't. All right, so you can tell in my room, it's dark in here and it's dark outside, but my camera it keeps adjusting, but you can definitely tell that it doesn't look the same way that it looks in person, but you can definitely tell it's not regular, like full sunlight. And so the eclipse right now, it's dark in here. It's almost fully done. It's probably got like 2 more minutes left. I'm about to go back outside with the glasses on so I can see. All right, y'all can tell for sure now. It is 1:58 and it's dark, girl. It's dark out here. 1:58, it's dark in my house. I'm about to go outside to go see if that thing fully operates. It's almost fully operational. It definitely has like a little piece to go, but it's gonna be dark for at least the next 30-ish minutes before, it's gonna be at least an hour before full sunlight, because it took an hour for it to transit over the sun. But it's gonna be dark over here for at least another full hour, which is crazy. It's crazy, like the way that it looks outside. It looks like there's a filter on, like a phone filter on, set to darkness mode. Or like, you know, like when you go and you set your phone all the way down to dark, that's what it looked like. So yeah, it's pretty cool though. It's a pretty cool experience. I was talking to Daniel though, he was like, it looked like a normal day over here. I was like, that's so crazy to me. I get that like it has a path, because like, you know, side of the moon or side of the sun that is happening on, whatever. I get that it has a path, but I think it's just kind of crazy that like, for him, it's just bright as hell outside. Like he don't see nothing. He's in Baltimore right now, by the way. So he's staying there overnight, and then he should be headed out like sometime tomorrow during the day, for real. But yeah, let me go back out here and see what's going on. I need to make some lunch too because I'm starving. It's already 2 o'clock. The sun is back out. It is 3:13 right now. Sun came out. It's a little bit brighter or whatever. It's brighter. Obviously, you can see it's brighter like as far as like me in the house goes, but it's definitely brighter outside as well. It's a really beautiful day over here too. Like there's not a lot of clouds or overcast or anything, so it just looks really nice outside. The bees are buzzing. It's nice. It's a beautiful day outside today. So hopefully you guys can tell that there was a big difference in the sky when the eclipse was happening, but we're back to normal. We back bright, baby. But it was a really cool experience. Obviously, we've never experienced it like that before. At least I don't remember ever experiencing it like that before, but very nice. Yeah, the kids are back outside playing again with their friends and stuff, and I'm probably just gonna chill for the rest of the day, silently cry and mourn my husband leaving. So yeah, I'll talk to y'all at some other point in time. Ooh, bye.
Guys, we on our way to what they even mean. This is like a smaller version, but light, they feel good. I don't want to take that. Oh my lord! Right.
Tina chicken crispy taco isn't just for late night.
Because me and Joe are both like, but right now I'm just not feeling in the vlog mood. Fragrance hauls, like all that type of stuff. So